Hello people, we're back. I know you're like, where they been? Did they get divorced?
No, not yet.
Man, it's been crazy times here in La La Land. It's always crazy. But for the most of the part, it's amazing every day. Um, First, let's explain what we're doing and what we're having right now.
We're having a typical French apéro.
And why are we having a French apéro?
Apéro?
Yes.
Because on est confinés, les gars.
Where are we at?
In France.
Yes. Last time in the video, we were in Midland, Texas, and since we've been gone, we've had so much stuff happen to us. Now we're back in France, and actually we're in a suburb of Paris, and we're currently on lockdown.
Yeah, cannot go out because of coronavirus. It's been a year now since it has been discovered. Not a year for us yet. It's been a long time. So we're having an apéro, and it's French, but de-Americanized it because he added up his little candy, sweets, whatever, Haribo.
They have an apéro. They have some candy sometimes. Maybe some nuts, maybe some peanuts.
Oui, mais ça c'est pas du tout des trucs. Well, anyway, so I'm having chips, traditional chips, nature chips,
Natural
chips, some Comté cheese, which is very, very, very good cheese. He likes it a lot. And before confinement, he discovered the Corsica Coppa, which is some charcuterie, some meat, which is smoked, and it's organic. I got it at the organic store, Bioca, and because he really liked it when we went to the south. And we're drinking with this Haut Médoc, which is a wine from Bordeaux region. So
you can see it in the background also.
Yeah, we'll put the picture. So which is fruity and pretty good to eat with what we're gonna eat tonight, charcuterie and cheese. It's a good wine to drink with this.
It's very important for Europeans and French people to eat together, to have these type of settings to where they can have conversations. And I've learned that since I've been in France and here recently since we went to the south, and I have been doing a horrible job of actually doing that with my wife, taking that for granted, and I know she needs these type of things in her life, and hopefully we can do more of this type of stuff because I've seen how much she enjoyed it when we were in the south with her, with some wonderful, wonderful people, and it was amazing to me how much it really helped, how much it really was relaxing, how much it was really just calming, you know, just to have people to talk with. You know, you eat at the table for 2 hours and you just speak, you know, you just talk and get to know people, and it's really an amazing feeling. We wanted to have this and speak to you guys today about what we've been doing since we last put up a video, and also on my side about what's going on in the U.S. about the voting and everything like that, and how we feel about it. So we will get started with talking about.
Does American knows what apéro is?
It's like happy hour. It's a happy hour. Exactly what it is in the U.S. We call it happy hour, but they have it with some appetizers, mainly some appetizers. We have some cheese, some meat, and some chips, and I added some bonbons, some candy, and some nice wine because we're in France. You can have champagne, you can have a beer, which we'll probably have beers next time, or we'll have something else. He's not a big beer fan, but yeah, we can have Moscato. Yeah, you're going to see over the next couple of days what we're going to bring to this. I can't even say it. I'm horrible at French.
Apéritif. Apéritif is the correct word, but we diminution it. We shorten it, and we call it apéro. Apéro.
So yeah, I want to talk about three things. I'm sorry, I got off base there. We're going to talk about what we've been up to since we've left the USA. we're going to talk about how we feel about the certain situations going on in France with the lockdown, and we're going to talk about the voting tomorrow for the new president of the USA. So I'll let her start about what we've been going through in her words since we left the US.
So it was very sudden, but we decided together.
Well, I decided first.
He decided first.
And it was
I
it was a horrible decision to make alone, and I recognized that, and we talked after, and we came up with this decision.
So he's back in the game again. He's back.
Player! I'm a player!
Playing basketball again. So he was so happy to play again. So I followed, of course. And we're closer to my family. We spend a year over there, and I spend a year near your family. Now you get to spend a year with mine. So we've been here for 3 months now?
No.
2 months?
It will be 2 months on the 20th.
Oh, 2 months. That feels longer for me. We made already a little trip. We went to Netherlands, Holland, Rotterdam, and Amsterdam, which was an amazing trip, and we did good to go before quarantine again. Because quarantine here is not the
A
same.
few moments later.
And then we went to Toulon in the south at some of my amazing friends' house, and we spent a few days there, and it was very good. We went to walk on the beach and enjoy the local cuisine, and it was very relaxing, as he said. And I definitely don't regret going, since now the COVID really hit pretty bad here and everything's closed again. It's pretty hard.
What do you feel? Yeah, that's what I want to.
It's pretty hard for me because since I'm in the culture domain in my job. Well, I'm in different type of jobs. I'm a flight attendant and a dance teacher. And right now, all the sports, the gyms, culture, like musical, like music schools, dance schools, everything's closed. So we cannot dance, we cannot do anything. So it's getting pretty hard for this special group of profession. And as a flight attendant, it's very hard to get a job right now. It's been months since I've been looking for it, and they're just not recruiting. So it's just pretty hard right now. It's just hard mentally not to feel accomplishing anything during your day, or useful or helpful, or I don't know, you don't accomplish any goals, and it's just changed your mind again, being like, okay, I'm gonna be quarantined, locked down in the house because I'm not supposed to go out, and like you have to change. You still need goals, not to get depressed, and that's what I've been trying to do, which is it's just the beginning, but I know I'm gonna be okay.
We're gonna be okay.
Yeah, we're gonna be okay if we respect real, like normal life we're gonna get back in normal life soon. So what about you?
Like she said,
It's different from the US quarantine for me. So I want to know, like, did you feel quarantined in the USA?
well, let me start by saying how did we get to this point? Since our last video, I believe it was a food video or a haircut video back in May or early June, is when I made the decision to start to play basketball again. So I reached out to some people in France, and they helped me get a job over here playing basketball very quickly. Back in March, when the COVID hit, I own my own company, trucking company, so it was when that hit, trucking and everything started to really be affected by it, which you would think trucking would be booming right now, but the kind of trucking that I have, it slowed down because we have to go to a lot of warehouses, we have to go to a lot of different stores and stuff like that. And with COVID hitting and everything shutting down, my business suffered a little bit, and So with the bills and everything piling up, and with everything going every direction with COVID and not knowing what was going to happen, in my mind, going to play basketball again honestly was going to be a pleasure, but also it was going to help us in the long run. I didn't foresee another lockdown or another second wave hitting, but I was prepared for it also with having money saved up and things like that. So I had three months to prepare, June, July, and August. So during that time, we just really struggled. Yeah, we struggled and tried
to sell everything, to get the test, to come back here because you were banned.
Yeah, I was banned from coming back here for stuff. I left unexpectedly because I didn't know I was going to ever come back here.
No, because of COVID.
With COVID, yeah.
COVID stopped us from coming like in time.
And we tried to figure out how we're going to get here, trying to get the visas, trying to get everything. And honestly, we didn't get everything situated until 2 or 3 days before we left. And honestly, we just was like, hey, if we test positive, we figure it out, and if we don't, we'll figure it out. And luckily, we
were negative.
We were negative for the test, and all of our fears that we did have were out the window, and we were on the plane, and we were coming over here, and no one stopped us, and we made it here. And since then, things have been amazing for me, but not amazing for me because my wife, she's like she said, she's kind of in a place to where people are not recruiting. She's not doing nothing every day, but the stuff that she wants to do. But like she said, her goals and things like that, she can't accomplish because of COVID, and she's into dance and she can't go do that. And the airlines, if anyone knows about airlines and what's happening right now with the COVID and airlines, that market, the airplane market has been just been devastated with bailouts, with flights being canceled, with everything like that. So that's been hard also. For me, basketball-wise, I'm 6-0. I ain't lost a game yet. I'm like Michael Jordan out here or LeBron James. Basketball is going well, but
check his channel.
Check my channel, Socks and Flops. They stopped everything. They stopped all the basketball for my division. We had to stop, so now we're back in limbo again. As far as my business, I work from home, so it's been great. They afforded me the luxury to work at home during the day, and we practice at night, so everything with my business is going well. I'm happy about that, other than hitting some bumps in the roads, but that's to be expected when owning the business. But now we're in quarantine, and it's like being locked up in one place and only having an hour a day, and you really try to take advantage of that hour a day. So we're back doing what we were doing before, which I hate that I stopped because it was completely me. My wife wanted to do it, but my mom was so focused on getting over here and doing my basketball, revisiting that, and I just totally put this to the side, and I'm sorry about that.
It's okay, they forgive you. I'll forgive you.
And so now we're here. We're doing these quarantine videos, and hopefully there's a lot more that we're going to put out. As far as quarantine, man, I've never been in this type of situation. In the U.S., in Texas, they're so lenient with the rules. It really wasn't a lockdown. They would never put a lockdown in Midland. They did in El Paso here recently, but it wasn't like this. Like she said at first, it was from 6 to 9 o'clock at night, which is okay. I don't go out in the morning. I mean, in the mornings early anyway, or at night.
For me.
And at 9, that was the only problem because of practices. So they cut that. We don't have any more practices. You got to practice on your own now. They shut down basketball, and that was a problem for me. But it gets me to focus on this, and gets to focus. I'm glad my wife did this. I didn't know she was going to do this today. So I'm happy about that. But it's very frustrating knowing that you can't leave your house or you'll get fined. It's very frustrating knowing that if you want to go and take a walk that you can't, besides 1 hour out of the day. It's very frustrating that I can't go and just roam around and be free, because that's what I like to do out here. It's very frustrating.
Yeah. France has been also very touched recently by terrorist attack. And I just feel like it's a weird situation right now. I wanted to talk about it because it touched me a lot.
She was near it.
That teacher was trying to teach freedom to those kids and the freedom of speech, which is very important rights here in France. And he just got killed by a terrorist because they don't really like, because of a drawing of their prophet, they killed this guy. And it's just not right. And right now the whole world is going crazy against my president because of he's defending, of course, the values of the French democracy, which are absolutely honorable. And in those countries that are manifesting, they're not like these countries are not free. They apply the Sharia, which is the law of non-freedom. This is not fair. This is not fairness. This is just, I don't know how to translate that. It touched me. When I'm emotional, I cannot translate my words. Like, it's just dictators accusing a democracy of their freedom, which is crazy to me. It's like you walk on your head. What's wrong with the world now? And all these people are like pretending to defend Islam, but where are these people to defend the Uyghurs community in China that is being persecuted by the Chinese government right now? They all support the Chinese government right now. All these countries that are against France for defending the value of freedom of speech. That's something I really don't understand right now.
It's so many people right now, honestly, in France and all over the world that just, they don't respect the fellow woman or the fellow man, the fellow human being. And it's so much stuff that's going on to where it's like, why? I just think. I understand the values of religions, the values of other people, the values, and when you put them together, they just don't work. It's like oil and water right now. And if as human beings, if we can respect each other, then we shouldn't have a problem. But there's so much stuff that goes into it, and
so much stuff that we might not know about too. I mean, I don't pretend to know it all.
And living in France, which is the European country with the most Muslim community. Yes, it is. The most in Europe. Yes, they have the most Muslims in any country in Europe.
What about Turkey?
Well, I mean, Turkey is a Muslim country.
But it's in Europe.
Okay. Well, other than.
But okay, well, you mean that the Muslim community is big in France?
It's big in France. So it's very, and you have those extremists making it very hard for other Muslims.
But they're not Muslims. Yeah, that's what they're just terrorists. Don't make a mistake.
Don't make a mistake to think they're all the same. I have friends that are Muslims that would do anything for me.
I have family that's
and I'm
Muslims.
not Muslim. You know what I mean? So it's just people respecting people, man. And I know that touched her a lot because it's just hard right now, to be honest with you. But let's move on to the USA and the election tomorrow. Donald Trump,
I'm scared.
Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Mike Pence. Republicans versus Democrats. I voted today. Got my wife upset, told her I voted for Trump. She was mad at me. But I really voted for Biden. I voted for Biden the simple fact that we need a change. The last 4 years in the U.S. have been devastating. I have never seen it like that before. And I just think it starts with our leader. And we just need a change, to be honest with you. So I voted for Joe Biden. I know it's kind of taboo to say who you voted for and all that stuff. But hey, I'm just putting it out there for you guys. That's what it's all about, to be honest.
I'm so released that you did not vote for a misogynist, selfish, racist, and the list goes on and on. person it just released me. That could be a cause of divorce.
Well, I almost voted for him, to be honest with you people, and it was just because it was the selfishness in me, and because you have to realize where I grew up in Midland, Texas. It's really heavy on oil, so all my friends are in oil and gas. My family's in oil and gas, and I own a business. So with those two big things, man, I don't want to see. And if Biden says he's going to do what he says he's going to do, it's going to kill the economy in my city. It's going to kill the business-wise, tax-wise. I have to pay more. So just with my friends and all of that other stuff, I just really was torn in between because I have personal feelings with this, but on the other hand, it's someone that doesn't speak down on hatred. And what I really believe in is respect your fellow man, and you should always combat hatred. You should always call it out. You should always denounce hate. And our president Donald Trump does not do that, and that's what I'm against. I'm so against that I had to vote for. It made me vote for Joe Biden. So that's what that was. That's why I voted for Joe Biden.
I cannot vote in the U.S., but if I could, I would have voted for Joe Biden and Harris.
Oh yeah, and I didn't want to get divorced too, so that's why I also voted for Joe Biden. But
No, it's just I'm scared. I don't know.
I'm happy not to be in the U.S. because I was fearful also. I sense a rebellion, I don't know what to call it, a civil war. I fear just outrage after whoever wins. I feel like the other side is gonna go crazy, and I'm happy not to be in the U.S. and I'm sorry, but I feel like there's some civil unrest in France also being here too with religion-wise. So it's kind of it's on both sides. You're in I feel some kind of way. So it's kind of hard to escape it right now. But I just hope both places, the France and U.S., her home, my home, that we just can love each other, man, and respect one another, and have our days that are to come just get better, to be honest.
Yeah. I just hope Trump doesn't come back so I can actually go with you with no trouble by getting my maybe not citizenship. If they don't want me to be a citizen, I can understand, but I don't understand how it's still possible to love someone that is a citizen of the country and you cannot just be with that person. That's just something crazy to me. That the fee to get the green card passed, it was already $1,800 for the government, not including the lawyer fee for the process, to $3,600 something. Trump did that, and he multiplied the fee for so many type of immigration type of visa just to probably, I don't understand how somebody, president of a country based on immigration, can stop immigration like that. Like you are yourself an immigrant in that country. How can you do this to other immigrants? How can you put kids in cages? Because like people forget very easily. I hear a lot of people be like, yeah, but he's gonna save my job. Yeah, but he's stopping your grandparents and your kids from coming here that are not American, that are related to you. He separates parents from their kids. Who does that? And I was very shocked, which I can understand, like you said, for the jobs and stuff, but the whole Latino community in Midland, Texas, that I've met, for a lot of them voted for him or were wanting to vote for Trump. And that's something it just don't make sense. And when I talk about this here to people in France, they be like, yeah, but if the Latino community, they're not going to vote for him. Well, most of the Latinos that I know were talking about voting for him. Not all of them. I have friends that did not want him in the office, but it's just crazy to. It don't make sense. I just don't understand. But anyway.
We didn't. I don't know. But it's the type of conversations that people need to have. To be honest with you, with your spouses. So that's why we're here with this appetizer at happy hour and talking about it. It just happened to be in front of you. So that's what we've been up to. That's what we've been dealing with. But it gives us time to give you guys more videos. And I hope you're still there. I hope you're still following. And,
yeah, they're still there.
And for the new ones,
welcome.
Welcome.
All right. Would you stop right there?
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.